Kern County, 23 ABC News at 11 a.m.
Good morning, Kern County. Thanks for watching 23 ABC News at 11 a.m. I'm Lindsey Adams. Tonight could be a make or break it night for several presidential candidates as Democrats gather in Las Vegas for their first debate. While the focus has primarily been on the frontrunners, Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders, and even Joe Biden, tonight could be an opportunity for other candidates. Martin O'Malley, Lincoln Chafee, and Jim Webb will be in the spotlight as well, with a chance to make their case for the Democratic nomination.
These debates are make and break moments for every campaign. Lots of people are going to be viewing this, given how few of them there will be this year.
CNN ORC polls in the early voting states of Nevada and South Carolina show Clinton and Sanders as the clear favorites going into tonight's debate. A local woman is back home this morning after being kidnapped by a man that she was dating and then held for 2 days at a home in Oildale.
It was pretty scary. It was unbelievable that was happening.
Authorities surrounded a home in Oildale on Monday after the woman was able to send a text message to her mother saying the man was holding her against her will. The message reportedly read, "Please call the cops, he's going to kill me." She was taken from her Southwest neighborhood on Friday. Deputies were able to rescue the victim from a locked room inside the house and found the suspect, 29-year-old Randy Searles, hiding in the attic. No one was hurt in that incident.
Our goal is to end the situation without. In this case, we're able to do that. Anytime we can do that, we consider it a win.
It was pretty scary because I didn't want anyone to get hurt.
Booked for kidnapping, false imprisonment, and resisting arrest. He is scheduled to be in court on Wednesday. A Bear Valley Springs man is due in court this afternoon in connection to the death arrested last week after Jackie Murillo was stabbed to death. Investigators say the two had separated after dating for 2 months. The victim had recently obtained a restraining order against Dorsey, which hadn't yet been served. Deputies say they arrested Dorsey in the hills behind the Bear Valley Springs home after he ran away from them. Nearly 150 cars have now been vandalized with their windows broken over the last 2 weekends. This after another string of vandalisms over the weekend. And yesterday, we first told you about half a dozen cars that were hit over the weekend. We spoke to Bakersfield Police and the Kern County Sheriff's Office. They confirmed that about 15 cars were vandalized. Last weekend, about 130 cars were damaged. BPD says they're not any closer to finding out who's responsible or why they're even doing it.
They're knuckleheads. They're just out wanting to cause damage. There's no purpose to it other than malicious mischief, vandalism. No reason for it whatsoever other than to make people's lives as miserable as they can.
Right now, investigators are still unsure about what's being used to smash the windows. Officials do recommend being vigilant when parking your car on the street. Well, in this high-tech society that we live in, it's a pretty safe bet that someone somewhere is watching you. And a local thief learned that the hard way. Vera Gilly installed a security camera on her property after she had 2 car covers stolen, and it did pay off. The video captured this man hopping her fence, stealing her cover, and getting away in a crime that took less than 45 seconds. With the theft sitting so close to home, Gilly was worried that next time the criminal might try to come inside.
You know, it's just sad, you know. I wish people find other ways of making ends meet, like get a job.
Police arrived on scene just in time to apprehend the suspect, who came back to Gilly's property in search of other items. The suspect's girlfriend fled the scene and is not in custody. Wow. All right, let's check in now with Kelly Johnson with a first look at your Kerncast 23. Kelly, what's going on? All right, thanks, Kelly. Stronger vaccine laws will soon come into play for daycares right here in Kern County. Starting next year, all daycare workers and volunteers, they'll have to be vaccinated for the flu, whooping cough, and the measles. Governor Jerry Brown signed the bill into law on Sunday. SB 792 was proposed by Democratic Senator Tony Mendoza of Artesia, strengthening California's already strict mandatory vaccination laws. Daycare centers must now also keep an immunization record of all their employees and volunteers.
Implementing the new law and having vaccines be required for the employees that are putting the children at risk, I think, is a great step.
And the new law comes just months after Governor Jerry Brown signed one of the strictest vaccine laws in the country, requiring all children to be vaccinated despite personal or religious beliefs. Today, Hall Ambulance will honor its latest group of EMTs. More than 1,800 people applied for a spot in the EMT Academy, and that group was pared down. Tonight, 19 recruits will participate in a graduation ceremony. Among the graduates are former food servers and a data clerk, entry clerk, and 4 members of our military. Tonight's ceremony kicks off at 6 at Hall Ambulance on 21st Street. Still here to come on 23 ABC News at 11 a.m. A bizarre beauty contest just in time for Halloween. We'll tell you which squash took home the title in this unique competition. We'll have more on that coming up. You're watching 23 ABC. And welcome back. Yesterday, we brought you a contest about pumpkins being chucked in the air in Colorado. Here in California, we're having our own pumpkin contest. In Half Moon Bay, a rippled white gourd weighing in at almost 2,000 pounds. It took the title of the plumpest pumpkin at Safeway World Championship Pumpkin Weigh Off. The pumpkin was definitely king of the crop, though, as its owner, Steve DeLettos of Oregon, won $12,000. A $500 prize was also awarded to the most beautiful pumpkin based on color, shape, and size. LA County prosecutors are warning California lottery players to be aware of a scam in which merchants are cashing in on their unsuspecting customers' scratcher tickets. County officials say some vendors are scratching off a tiny code at the very bottom of a ticket and then enter that code into a lottery computer to determine if the ticket is a winner or not. After finding a lucky ticket, the merchant cashes in, leaving their customers with the losing ones. Officials say to protect yourself, double check the area that has already been scratched off. Well, the first time in 11 days, Umpqua Community College went back to doing what it does the best, which is teaching its students. Classes resumed with an unexpected welcome. The Umpqua Community College campus reopened last week, but Monday marked the first day of classes since that deadly shooting spree that left 9 people dead. Carloads of people lined the streets leading into the school yesterday in a huge show of support. Residents waving American flags and signs greeting students that were driving onto campus.
As soon as we walked in, it was kind of just like everybody just like giving hugs and so thankful that we all made it out okay.
Volunteers and comfort dogs are on school grounds to provide support for students and staff. State troopers and sheriff's deputies also patrolled the grounds as well. And in addition, UCC President Rita Caven thanked Oregon officials as well as the local community for the overwhelming contributions. Well, time is ticking and the race for House Speaker could turn into a free-for-all if Congressman Paul Ryan decides not to run. There was no answer when reporters knocked on the door of his Wisconsin home yesterday. Ryan is weighing a possible bid if he doesn't run the GOP scrambles to find a viable replacement. Congressman Jathan Chaffetz and Daniel Webster are the only 2 Republicans to announce that they are running. A spokesman for Ryan indicated on Twitter the congressman may not make a decision until next week. One climate organization is warning that the city of New Orleans will become an ocean after the year 2100, regardless if anything is done to cut global carbon emissions. According to Climate Central, the Big Easy will be underwater 100 years from now, despite actions to decrease carbon use. The group published an interactive map that zeroes in on any location in the U.S., showing the effects of unchecked pollution and extreme carbon cuts. After taking a look at Kern County, we have nothing to worry about, which is good news for us. Up next, ballroom shakeup, another night of twists and turns on Dancing with the Stars. As one spy kid stole the show, we'll tell you which celebs survived this week.